Lastly, in the how section, how we are going to do, very important. Finally, we come to the end of the project document management cycle, where starting from managing in the document and all, it goes to the review approval cycle. We send it back to the contractor with our review of cycle, and finally our project is nearing closure, where we have to initiate the handover process, okay, and start the closeout stage and hand it over finally to the client. What we want to hand over is the project documentation, okay. We have to finally hand it over to the client through the handover process. So what are the major types of handover doc types that we need to hand it over to the client? Again, this list is project to project. It may differ. I've just given this as a reference purpose. The handover document type list, okay, HOTO document list. Here we have a checklist. Here we have a checklist for HOTO documents, okay. Follow this checklist, okay. It will ease up your handover process, okay. What are the doc types involved in the handover process? Very prominently, as-built drawings, okay, asset list, completion certificates, defect liabilities plans, master keys, operation and maintenance manuals, okay. So follow this checklist, okay, to initiate the handover process of your project. This is very important process, final process of your role in document management is handing over all your records listed out in the handover document list, okay, and hand it over to the finally to the client, okay. This plus minus, this document list can be a plus minus list. We have to sit with the client and finalize the list. These are few of the standards list, which is very common on any project, any construction project. So this list may differ by plus minus based on your individual other project requirements, project to project. This may differ, okay, but this is I've given as a reference point for your for you guys to have the know-how, the awareness and the knowledge of the documents that are involved in a handover process. All right, let's check out what how the handover process starts, okay. The contractor, the first part is the contractor to submit the first draft hard copy of HOTO document listed in HOTO checklist for review and acceptance of PMC document controller. The first draft comes to the PMC document controller. PMC document controller will do the quality check and forward it to the discipline and relevant work in charge for review and final clearance and acceptance of those HOTO documents. The first draft of that HOTO document, which is a hard copy, okay. Based on the review comments of the individual department or work in charge review, the PMC document controller will forward that to the contractor for necessary action. And what are those actions? It depends whether the review comments are accepted or it has some comments which then it has to be sent back to the contractor to comply and incorporate those reviewers comments, okay. It will go back to the contractor, again, okay, for them to comply with the reviewers comments. If the review outcome is accepted and approved and it's without comments, so we will forward that to the contractor to submit the first master final set with contractor signature and stamp and submit it to the PMC document controller for reviewer signature and client stamp, okay. So this stage we will be having a first master copy, okay. Based on that, again, once the contractor submit us the first master copy with their sign and signature. It will come to the PMC document controller to do a quality check on final submission and seek reviewer's signature and affix client stamp on master set and send it back to the contractor for final action. What are the final action? Based on the contractual requirement as mentioned in the agreement contract, the contractor needs to submit the final hard copies as part of the HOTO process, which the final hard copies will go to the ultimately go to the client. Okay, so contractor to submit the final hard copies, one master plus 5 sets and scanned 3 sets of soft copies to PMC document control as per HOTO checklist. Okay, once and then it will be submitted to the PMC document control. PMC document control to finally submit as handover documents to the client and take acknowledgement as final closeout record of the project documentation. So that's how it completes the entire HOTO process of the project, and finally the project documents are hand over to the client. Very important process. You have to have the awareness of this handover list and the process that is being followed as per the contractual requirement. Case to case basis, project to project basis, this number of copies or the master plus number of copies may differ. The channels and the steps may differ. It has to agree between the client and the project management and come to a point and agree on the process and the number of copies, and it has to be ultimately communicated to the contractor to follow the process. Okay, so this I have given to you as a awareness point, as a reference point. What does a HOTO cycle, the HOTO process cycles involve? Okay, again, tip from my side: proper coordination and seek clearance. Follow the HOTO protocol and coordinate with the relevant participants and check for their clearance. This is very important. Whenever a first draft is submitted, the reviewer, the ultimate reviewer's clearance, participants' clearance and approval is very important. Okay. Again, every slide, every step I keep mentioning this. Above HOTO list and the process is sample depicted for demo representational purpose only. The process and flow may vary from project to project. All right.